into my arms, fall 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 into my arms.
Now, I've just seen Sarah, and she's very excited to get down here and make this man her husband. And so to help her do that, please welcome our bridesmaids and our beautiful bride. Can everyone please be upstanding for our beautiful bride? Hands together for Sara and Tom, everybody. You may now be seated, those with a seat. Good afternoon, everyone. So now allow me to officially welcome you all to this beautiful afternoon, where we will all witness as Sara and Tom make promises to continue to be the very best team they can as they embrace all of life's adventures together as a family. My name is Alana Louise-Jean, and I am an authorised celebrant, duly authorised to solemnise marriages according to law in Australia. And it's my absolute pleasure to be here to marry these two. But before we begin, I would first like to acknowledge that today we are meeting on the lands of the Wurundjeri and Bunurong peoples of the Kulin Nations. Let us pay our respects to the original custodians of these lands and acknowledge our elders past and present. We value the traditions, culture, and aspirations of all those who have walked on these lands and enriched them, and extend this to any Aboriginal or Torres Strait Islander peoples joining us today. So I did mention that there are no photos during the ceremony, but it would be a little bit rude if I didn't allow maybe 1 minute of fun. So thus, this may excite a few of you. This is what we call the photo minute. And what is going to happen? Everyone, please get out your phones and start snapping selfies, photos of the couple, photos of me if you want, but only for a minute, and I am keeping track of time. So on the count of 3, 1, 2, 3, go! Keep going. Thirty seconds. Ten, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Phones away. And now, because this is a bit of a fun thing, I thought, let's get a selfie with everyone. Let's do it. I hope my arm is long enough. Oh, it's the wrong way. Here we go. Oh my gosh. Oh, do you want to flip it this way? Yeah. Let's go. Oh, there we go. All right. On the so on the count of 3, we're all going to say married, okay? Well, 1, 2. I need to take the mic out of my hand. I'll take that. So, 1, 2, 3. Married. Okay. 1, 2, 3.
Married. I think the button to the left, yeah.
Oh my God. Can you tell I've never done this before?
No, that's time lapse.
That's not photo. There we go. Okay, I pressed the wrong. Oh gosh.
Yeah.
Okay. One more time. 1, 2, 3.
Married.
Okay. We got it. Thank you. And so now phones away for real this time. So now I'd love to introduce to you the wedding party. Supporting Sarah, we have someone who randomly sat next to Sarah on the first day of uni and since then have become soul sisters. Let's give it up for Tina. Next we have someone who's stuck like glue to Sarah, bringing the fun energy for tequila shots and boozy brunches. We have Danmi. Now we have the one who Sarah has grown up with, turning from girls to women and avoiding getting into trouble as much as possible. Please say hello to Jasmine. We also have Sarah's unofficial first best friend, her sister, who will listen to Sarah's vents but will also judge. Please say hi to Myra. To round it out, we have our flower girls, Tara, who Sarah says is the coolest of her sisters. No hard feelings, of course. Because of her fun energy, and our ring bearer, Kira, who is the youngest of Sarah's sisters and is loved to bits. For Tom, we have someone who has been friends with Tom since he is 7, loves jamming with Tom. They even once had a band together. And with Tom has always had more than a few drunk D&Ms. Please welcome Liam. And on the end, we have someone who's been Tom's friend since grade prep. which was an excellent primary school choice. First bonding over a mutual love of Pokemon. These two regularly hang out in friendship groups and their families have even become good friends along the way. Please welcome Jack. In creating today's ceremony, Sara and Tom gave amazing and heartfelt responses. What made it so easy to write was their clear love and devotion that these two have for each other, that there was just so much material to go off. And I will have so much fun being able to present their story to you all today in this neat little package. So folks, today we are gathered around to celebrate a love with best endeavours entered into good faith in perpetuity between these two excellent people who have a shared love of movie nights, complete with popcorn and cola, long walks on the beach, plenty of live music gigs, and cooking up a storm at home because the cost of living means they can make Michelin-star dishes at home without the hefty price tag. They both adore their friends and families, and they are looking forward to supporting one another in the future as a married couple. You are all part of the family these two love so very much, and I know you don't need me to stand up here and tell you all the reasons why they're so wonderful together. You've seen it in how they've changed one another's lives and how they've brought the best out of each other. And so, Sara and Tom, I'm going to ask you to take a moment to look out at all these beautiful people here today. They are the ones who love you, laugh with you, and share all of life's seasons with you. Each one of them has, in some way, helped you arrive at this very moment and will be cheering you on in your future together as a married couple. Beautiful. I would now like to take this opportunity to wholeheartedly acknowledge someone who is no longer with us, but will always be in our hearts. Sara's dad, Foot, who I know many of you knew very well and held in the highest regard. His passing happened very early on in Sara and Tom's relationship, and Tom was Sara's rock during that very difficult time in her life. Although he is not physically present here today, we know he is with us in spirit and will always be part of this special day. Please keep him in your hearts as well as when we tell Sara and Tom's story today. So I'm going back to you all. You all have a very important job to do today, and that is to surround Sara and Tom with love and to witness as they're going to make commitments to, quite frankly, give them the best celebration of their lives tonight. And so in the spirit of that, I'd love to ask you some questions, and if you agree to them all, your answer will be, we do. So dear friends and family of Sara and Tom, do you declare before me and them that you will witness the love and commitments they will make in marriage today?
We do.
Do you promise to give them an excellent party tonight?
We do.
To eat like it's your last supper and drink like the bar is closing for winter?
We do.
Lastly, do you promise to put your backs right into it on the dance floor with them later tonight and for the rest of their lives as husband and wife?
We do.
Very good. I love the enthusiasm. So before we get into the love story of these two, we have a very special reading from Nick, Tom's dad. So please give him a warm welcome as I invite him up.
Thank you. Thanks. I'll stand here. Okay. So I thought it was the sun. It was the light. This reading is from the New Testament. It was written by St. Paul nearly 2,000 years ago, and my own father read this at my wedding to Tamsin 36 years ago. It's about the nature of love. However talented a speaker or writer I may be, if I do not have love, I am only a resounding gong or a clanging cymbal. If I can see into the future, explain all mysteries with expert knowledge, and have a faith that can move mountains, but do not have love, I am nothing. If I give all I possess to the poor and boast about my virtue, but do not have love, I gain nothing. Love is patient. Love is kind. It does not envy. It does not boast. It is not proud. It does not dishonor others. It is not self-seeking. It is not easily angered. It keeps no record of wrongs. Love does not delight in evil, but rejoices with the truth. It always protects, always trusts, always hopes, always perseveres. Love never fails. But where there are predictions, they will cease. Where there are voices, they will be stilled. Where there is knowledge, it will pass away. For we know in part and we see the future in part. But when completeness comes, what is in part disappears. When I was a child, I spoke like a child, I thought like a child, I reasoned like a child. When I grew up, I put the ways of childhood behind me. For now we see only a reflection as in a mirror. Then we shall see face to face. Now I know in part, but then I shall know fully, even as I am fully known. And now these three remain: faith, hope, and love. But the greatest of these is love.
Thank you, Nick. That was beautiful. And now to the love story of Sara and Tom thus far. Statistics say the most common way to meet a romantic partner is through family and friends. Unfortunately, none of you were any help when it came to Sara and Tom finding love. So instead, they decided to let faith, and maybe even the algorithm, first bring them together. The year was 2017, and Sara and Tom decided to give Tinder a go. The part about Sarah's bio that really caught Tom's eye was when she mentioned she was looking for a gig buddy. The part about Sarah's bio that really caught Tom's eye was when she mentioned she was looking for a gig buddy. Tom, being the astute musician he is, was immediately drawn to Sarah's profile, and it definitely didn't hurt that she was also incredibly good looking. While Sara went with the flow and gave a swipe right straight back to Tom, not expecting too much. She figured that the least that could happen was that she had somebody to do gigs with now. What Sara didn't know was that Tina knew Tom from her high school circles. In order to confirm that Tom was not a creep or a weirdo, Sara immediately sent a screenshot of Tom's profile to Tina. With Tina's confirmation that Tom was in fact a normal person, with an added bonus of having a mutual love for live music, Sara decided Tom was worthy of a date in real life. It didn't take long before these two embarked upon their very first date. They had afternoon drinks at Albury, complete with on-tap espresso martinis, yes please, and apparently also had ramen for dinner. So I only say apparently because Sara doesn't actually remember that happening. And she likes to joke around that happened with Tom's other girlfriend. Sara saw that Tom was really, really nervous, but also really, really nice. And Tom loved Sarah's sense of humour and how down to earth she was. Sara and Tom did a lot of something on this first date, and by that, I mean it was actually a lot of walking. They walked over 21,000 steps that day. They walked all around Fitzroy Gardens and past many different sculptures. They could probably tell you the names of those sculptures they passed. They were walking in circles physically and metaphorically, and all Sara really wanted was a kiss from Tom. Sara even asked Tom at one point if he was having a good time. He assured her that he was. After about the 23rd sculpture, Sara just laid it all out and asked Tom if he was okay to kiss her. Tom, of course, agreed, not only because his legs were sore, but because he really just wanted Sara to give him a kiss as well. Sara described this as her best first last date ever. As their relationship grew over the years, they have achieved many great things together. They realised they were in love very early on in their relationship. For Tom, he knew he was in love when Sara interacted so naturally with his family. In fact, he said the magic words, "I love you," to Sara a few months in. She panicked and initially responded with, "Thank you." But a month later, she said the magic words without any hesitation at all. They have also shared another huge achievement in buying their own house together and moving in during 2022. They did everything from building a life together to Sara choosing the furniture, regardless of whether Tom agreed or not. Adding to this is the most spoiled cat in the whole of Australia, Rocco, who completely and utterly run Sara and Tom's lives as much as they don't want to admit it. Of course, Sara and Tom's relationship is not without a few funny moments here and there. Whether it was Tom eating rice paper rolls at the very first family meet and greet, where he decided to just stuff an entire chilli grown in Sara's family backyard inside his rice paper roll, not yet knowing the true spice level of Vietnamese homegrown chilies. He soon after had to politely ask for a glass of milk once his temperature rose a bit too much. But Sara is not without her spicy situations, as they were in Mexico and Sara tried a local taco, except it had authentic Mexican spices entwined throughout. It was actually the spiciest thing Sara had ever eaten, so much so she had to run to the local 7-Eleven to get a cold drink, with Tom of course being there to console her after what can only be described as a sizzle to the senses. Now time to get to the moment where Sara and Tom both got an upgrade from girlfriend and boyfriend to something just a little bit more. By this point, Sara and Tom had been dating for around 6 years, and it was around their anniversary, which they always take the time to have a little bit of a getaway for. However, before this happened, Tom may be considered the most traditional guy ever, as he went by the chicken and chip shop that Sara's mum had and asked her permission to marry Sara. Sara's mum mentioned that she had waited a long time for this, and I don't know if you can get any higher approval than that. Sara and Tom had also been looking at rings together a month before, so it was not a matter of if, but a matter of when. Sara and Tom arrived at their Airbnb in Lorne and made yet another Michelin star-rated dinner together, definitely worthy of sharing on Instagram, where Tom was trying to hold it together just for a little while longer. They then brought out their favourite game to bring when they go away, and this game was called Snatch. I have been told it is like Scrabble, it has tiles, and it brings out the competitive edge in Sara and Tom. I am certain that Sara and Tom gave their best blue steel impressions for hours due to this game. Now, Sara absent-mindedly grabbed the tube of tiles, ready to enter stealth mode with Tom, when she poured out the contents, and along with it was something a bit more sparkly than she was expecting. Sara immediately started ugly crying. Sara said that. And they were sitting in silence for a little while. There was Sara, overcome with emotion, and there was Tom getting nervous that perhaps she was going to say no, because it was a little while and he hadn't heard a yes yet. However, with one eventual special word, Sara and Tom's lives were complete. Yes. For these two, the decision to share their lives together is about being each other's best friend and biggest advocate. It's about sharing all of life's adventures together. When you find this with someone, it's precious and can also be very rare, and deserves to be shared in this beautiful and public way. And so, shall we get them married? So Sara and Tom, before you are joined together in marriage, in my presence and the presence of your witnesses, I am to remind you of the solemn and binding nature of the relationship in which you are now about to enter. Marriage, according to law in Australia, is a union of two people, to the exclusion of all others, voluntarily entered into for life. Now, I've got some questions I'd love to ask you both, and if you agree, the response will be, I do. So Sara, we'll start with you. Sara, do you take Tom to be your lawfully wedded husband?
I do.
Do you promise to love him, laugh with him, and look after his heart for all the days of your life?
I do.
And do you promise to accept, Sara, that in getting married, Tom will likely continue to do things inefficiently, which will continue to eternally drive you nuts for all the days of your life?
I do.
Very good. And now, Tom, do you take Sara to be your lawfully wedded wife?
I do.
Do you promise to love her, laugh with her, and look after her heart for all the days of your life?
I do.
And do you promise to accept, Tom, that in getting married, Sara will continue to be a perfectionist, especially when she asks you to not get out the wrong plates for dinner, for as long as you both shall live?
I do.
So we will now go over the vows that you've written for each other and your legal vows as well. Now, Sara, to start with you, we will get to the vows being brought up.
I call upon all those here present to witness that I, Sara and Tom, take you, Thomas Christopher Benjamin, to be my lawfully wedded husband. Tom, the thought of proclaiming my deep and undying love for you in front of everyone we know originally filled me with so much dread and so much embarrassment. But as I spent more and more time sitting down and collating my notes for these vows, I realised how much I do indeed love you and adore you. And the more I thought about it, I didn't mind having everyone else know about it either. Knowing you for the last 8 years and being engaged for 2 of them has been a whirlwind. We've dated, had so many cute dinners and drinks, so many walks and hikes. We've checked out so many gigs. We love each other's families. We've gone on holidays together. We've got a house. We've purchased way too much vinyl together. We have a little fur baby together. We've gone through so many great and amazing things, but we've also gone through some tough times together too. But we still stuck by each other and supported one another no matter what. You've shown me strength when I needed it, and that's how I know that you're the one for me. Like, you're it for me. And that's one of the many reasons I love you. I've had the privilege of knowing and loving you for all this time, and I look forward to being with you for the rest of our lives. You're the best man I know, and you are kind, you're steady, and your integrity amazes me. You are beyond compassionate, and you are my rock. I'm so happy to have met you, and I'm so happy that you make me feel comfortable that I can always turn to you no matter what I'm feeling. I love our life together, and you always make me laugh. Thank you for always filling up my water bottle for me. And thank you for indulging my 12-year-old boy humour. Thank you for always answering my stupid late night questions like, do you still like me? With a reassuring yes. Thank you for letting me fangirl and hyperfixate over my silly TV shows and books. Thank you for always making me coffee on the weekends. Thank you for always letting me live out my hostess dreams with my dinner parties. And thank you for always showing me patience and for teaching me how to be a little more patient every day. And with that, I want to promise you a few things. I promise to be there for you at the end of the day. I promise to encourage and support you in all that you do. I promise to let you watch Severance without any interruptions. I promise to respect the choice of album you put on when we have our lazy weekends too. I promise to always care for you, and I promise to grow old with you and build a better life with you together each day. I am yours and you are mine. You're my home and you are my family. I'm so privileged to know you, laugh and cry with you, and love you. And with that, my final words to you, I love you, and I still really like you. And I can't wait to spend forever with you.
Thank you, Sarah. And now to bring up Tom's vows, we'll invite his sister, Indy.
I call upon all those here present to witness that I, Thomas Christopher Benjamin, take you, Sarah Lane Hongnu Yumian Win, to be my lawful wedded wife. Yeah, hi Sarah. The first thing I should probably say to you is thank you for not giving me the flick after our first date. It would have been perfectly understandable that after making you walk over 20,000 steps before I could get the courage up to make a move, might have given you second thoughts about another date. So again, thanks for that. I'm really glad you did though. Since we've been together, I've been very lucky to have gotten to know the person you are. You're a kind, funny and caring person who has a fierce loyalty to both your family and your friends. You have a strong sense and pride of who you are, in your culture and where your family has come from. And most of all, don't suffer foolishness from anyone, and I'll definitely include myself in that. I've not only counted myself very lucky for getting to know you, but also getting to build a life with you over these past 8 years. Together we've travelled and experienced different parts of the world and annoyed all our friends by oversharing just how much we enjoyed going overseas. We somehow managed to make it through COVID lockdowns and still like each other. We managed to save diligently and buy ourselves a home, where we have since hosted many amazing dinner parties for our friends, and while I always say that I try to help, really all the amazing cooking is done by you. For the past 12 months, we've also added in our cat Rocco, and I've watched you sing to him almost every night, even though at times he has been very much a handful, but we still love him anyway. In our time together, I've also seen how you've navigated some of the most difficult and challenging times of your life. When your dad passed away, it was such a huge loss. And even though it was such a terrible time, I also saw the strength you displayed, especially for your family. Even as you were working through your own grief, you were still able to be there and be a big support to your mum and your sisters. The inner strength that you showed then and continue to show is something I'll always admire and love about you. There's so much about our future that I'm looking forward to. I'm looking forward to more travelling adventures. I'm looking forward to seeing more geeks together and trying out new restaurants and revisiting some of our favourites. I'm looking forward to more movie nights at home with our cat, with Rocco. I'm also looking forward to one day starting a family and raising our kids together. There's a lot to say on a day like this for what I can promise for our marriage, and it's hard to get everything exactly right, but here goes. I promise you, Sarah, that I will always love you and I will always care for you. I'll always be understanding and try to see things from your perspective. I will always try to be as patient as I can, even if I've come home from teaching a crazy class that's giving me headaches. I promise to keep learning more Vietnamese, especially to help our future kids also learn to speak it. I promise to keep being your geek buddy and someone you can depend on for support no matter what. Thanks again for walking 20,000 steps on our first date. As a final promise, I vow to never make you walk that much again before I let you know how I truly feel about you. I love you so much and look forward to everything that lies ahead for us.
Thank you, Tom. That was beautiful. So now, we use rings in marriage because they're a circle. And as tradition goes, a circle represents the nature of love that is never-ending and all-encompassing. Every time you look down at your rings, let them be a reminder that two perfect humans chose each other completely and wholly as they are. And your worlds will continue to collide together, and as a team that's filled with little contradictions and lots of shared loves. And so now I think we should get the rings on. I would like to invite Sarah's sister Kira to bring forward Sarah's ring to Tom. So, Tom, I'm going to get you to place the ring halfway on Sarah's finger and repeat after me. Sarah.
Sarah,
Please accept this ring
please accept this ring
as a reminder of my love for you.
as a reminder of my love for you.
And you can go ahead. Now, can I please invite Tom's sister, Indy, to bring Tom's ring to Sarah? So Sarah, I'm going to get you to place the ring halfway on Tom's finger and repeat after me.
Tom,
Please accept this ring
please accept this ring
as a reminder of my love for you.
as a reminder of my love for you.
And you can go ahead and put that on. And now comes the moment we have all been waiting for, but I'm sure nobody more than these two. So Sarah and Tom, it gives me the greatest pleasure to declare you husband and wife. And now, the kiss! I will now invite Tina and Liam to witness with us as we sign the marriage.
I'll be here, but you
Now
decide.
there is only one thing left to
you
do.
decide.
Family and friends, please be upstanding and give a great big cheer as I introduce to you for the very first time our newlyweds, Sara and Tom.